You've seen the videos, some influencers standing on a balcony with the ocean behind them, palm trees swaying, and they're telling you, move to Florida. There's no income tax, it's paradise. The cost of living is so low, I'm living the dream. And you're sitting there in the cold up north thinking, man, maybe they're right. Maybe I should just do it. So today we're going to hold those claims up against the actual numbers, because I live here. And the Florida that gets sold to you on a phone screen is not always the Florida you get when the moving truck pulls up and the first bills start rolling in. We're going to go through the biggest things the relocation influencers tell you. And for each one, I'll give you the reality, and then the part they always leave out, the catch. Let's get into it. Myth number 1, the big one. There's no state income tax, so Florida is cheap. This is the headline of every single Move to Florida video. And here's the thing. The first part is completely true. Florida has no state income tax. Your paycheck, your Social Security, your pension, your 401k withdrawals, the state takes 0. That's real, and it's genuinely a great perk. But then they stop talking right there at the good part. Here's the reality. Florida makes that money back, and then some in other ways. The overall cost of living here is actually above the national average, right around 8 to 12% higher statewide. And in Miami, it's more like 20+% above the national average. Let me put real numbers on it. Say you're earning $80,000 a year. In a state with income tax, you might pay somewhere around $4,000 in state income tax. So moving to Florida, you save that $4,000. Sounds great, but now look at what Florida hands you on the other side. Your home insurance is easily $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a year more than what you paid up north. Your car insurance is several hundred more. Your summer electric bills are higher. Add those up, and that $4,000 tax raise is gone. Sometimes you're actually behind. The catch: the income tax savings are real, and they're visible, so that's what gets sold to you. The costs that eat them are spread across a dozen different bills, so they're easy to hide in a highlight reel. On paper, you got a raise. In your bank account, you didn't. Myth number 2. Housing is so affordable in Florida. You'll hear this constantly, usually from someone who bought their place in 2015. Reality check for 2026. The median rent in Florida is around $1,600 a month, which is well above the national median of about $1,370. And that's the median, the middle. In Miami, average rent is pushing $2,700 a month. Tampa's around $2,000. Home prices exploded after 2020 and never really came back down. So no, Florida is not the cheap housing paradise it was a decade ago. The catch: the towns that are still affordable, and they exist, I've made whole videos about them, are almost never the ones the influencers are filming in. They're not on South Beach. They're inland, up on the nature coast, out on the forgotten coast, the quiet places. The influencer showing you the beachfront balcony is showing you the single most expensive version of Florida there is. Myth number 3. You'll live the beach lifestyle every day. This is the dream they're selling. Toes in the sand every morning, right? Here's the reality. Almost nobody who actually lives in Florida lives on the beach. Because living near the water is where Florida gets brutally expensive. That's exactly where your insurance goes from bad to catastrophic, where the traffic is worst, and where the tourist crowds never leave. Most real Floridians live 10, 20, 30 minutes inland, and the beach is a weekend thing, not a daily thing. And even then, you're fighting for parking. The catch: that dreamy beachfront lifestyle isn't just expensive to buy into. It's expensive to insure and expensive to maintain. And half the year, it's too hot and humid to even enjoy the way the videos make it look. Myth number 4. Everyday stuff is cheap down here. The groceries, the basics, cheaper because it's the South, right? Not really. The average grocery bill in Florida actually runs a little above the national average. Florida's a peninsula. A lot of goods have to be trucked in from one direction, and that adds up. So your weekly grocery run isn't giving you any discount. The catch? It's the little things that surprise people. Everything that has to get shipped in, everything tied to tourism pricing, everything that spikes in season. It nickel and dimes you in ways the cost of living calculator doesn't fully capture until you're living it. Myth number 5. Utilities are low in the Sunshine State. And you'd think sunny state, cheap energy, right? Wrong direction. The average electric bill in Florida runs higher than the national average. Because here's what the sunshine actually means. You are running your air conditioning basically non-stop from May to October. In the peak summer months, it's completely normal for a family's electric bill to spike $150 above the average month. Your AC is doing in July what a furnace does up north in January, except your Florida summer is longer than a northern winter. The catch? It's about to get worse. The state just approved the largest electric rate increase in the utilities' history, and there are reports that Floridians could be paying billions more for power by the end of the decade. So that cheap sunshine energy idea? It's going the wrong way. Myth number 6, and this is the one that quietly wrecks people. Home insurance, you'll figure it out. The influencers barely mention it, if they mention it at all. Reality. Florida has the most expensive home insurance in the entire country, roughly 3 times the national average. We're talking routinely $4,000, $8,000, even $9,000 plus dollars a year. And on the coast, $5,000 to $15,000 is not unusual. That is not a footnote. For a lot of people, that's a second mortgage payment. And here's the catch, the one that burns people every single hurricane season. Your regular homeowner's policy does not cover flood. Flood is a completely separate policy. It's often mandatory if you're in a flood zone, and it runs another $1,000 to $4,000 a year on top. Nobody on a balcony is telling you that. Myth number 7. Car insurance is normal. It's just insurance. Nope, not here. Florida has some of the highest auto insurance rates in the entire country. The average premium runs around $1,700 a year versus roughly $1,250 nationally. So before you've insured your house, before you've paid a dime in HOA fees, just insuring your car is costing you hundreds more a year than it did wherever you came from. The catch? A lot of people budget for the mortgage and the income tax savings and completely forget that both your home and your car insurance are going to be well above what you're used to. It's a double hit, and it shows up every single month. Myth number 8. You can retire here cheap, live on Social Security, easy. This is aimed right at the retiree crowd, and it's the most dangerous one because it's the people with the least flexibility. Reality. The median household income in Florida is actually below the national average. This is a low-wage tourism and service economy, and the cost estimates for what a single person actually needs to cover the basics in a place like Miami run in the range of $45,000 to $50-something thousand a year. On Social Security alone, in the expensive parts of the state, the math is really tight. And the catch, the one that has been forcing longtime retirees to sell and leave, is the condos. After the Surfside collapse, the state now requires older condo buildings to fund their reserves and pass inspections. And that has hit condo owners, a lot of them retirees on fixed incomes, with special assessments in the tens of thousands of dollars. People who thought their condo was paid off and their retirement was set are getting bills they simply cannot pay. The brochure never mentions that. Myth number 9. Everybody's moving to Florida, so it must be worth it. This is the social proof pitch. The influencer points at the U-Haul statistics and says, look, everyone's flooding in. Get here before you miss out. Here's the reality. That wave has slowed way, way down. At the peak of the pandemic boom, Florida was adding people at an incredible rate. But the most recent numbers show net migration from other states has collapsed to a fraction of what it was. Something like 10 cents on the dollar compared to a couple of years ago. People are still coming, but nowhere near the frenzy, and plenty of folks who rushed in during the boom have quietly turned around and left. The catch. A lot of that slowdown is exactly the stuff we just went through. People got here, got the first insurance bill, got the first summer electric bill, did the real math, and realized the balcony reel left a few things out. When the people who actually moved start moving back, that tells you more than any highlight video ever will. So let me tie a bow on this. Here's the honest truth the influencers won't tell you because it doesn't fit on a balcony reel. Florida is not cheap. The no income tax thing is real, but it is not a magic wand. It gets clawed back through some of the highest insurance costs in America. Above average housing, above average utilities, above average car insurance, and a wage base that's below the national average. And you can actually see it in the data. The migration into Florida has slowed way down from the pandemic frenzy because a lot of people did the real math after they got here. But, and this is the part I don't want you to miss, it is not hopeless, and Florida can still absolutely be worth it. You just have to be smart about it. Go inland instead of beachfront. Homestead your property so your taxes are capped. Buy a newer home or harden an older one so your insurance is survivable. Look at the nature coast, the forgotten coast, the quiet interior towns instead of the Miami balcony everybody's filming. Do it with your eyes open, and Florida can be a genuinely great place to live. Do it because an influencer told you it was cheap paradise, and you're going to get a very expensive education very fast. So let me ask you, if you moved to Florida, what shocked you the most on that first bill? And if you're thinking about moving here, what's the one number you're most worried about? Drop it in the comments. Real numbers from real people help everybody watching more than any highlight reel. And if you want the honest version of this state instead of the tourist brochure version, subscribe to Real Florida Report every single week. I'll see you on the next one.